Ladies, get yourself a man who values honesty and has nothing to hide. Get yourself the kind of fella who will tell hundreds of thousands of people he owns the first 2 Despicable Me movies on Blu-ray. That's honestly more inspiring, that a Despicable Me fan directed a movie, more so than that a YouTube cinephile directed a movie. Now that's an article I'd click on. I'm mostly goofing, I'm mostly Drake and Joshing. I like Chris Stuckman. My favorite part of all of his videos is the first watch through where I get distracted by his Blu-ray shelves. I look through what he's got and I always get blindsided because is that Gattaca? I've always known Chris Stuckman as the YouTube film critic who liked most of the movies he reviewed, at least to some extent. I'd watch a movie, I'd say out loud to myself, I enjoyed that movie, I had a good time, this was good, verbatim. I'd see most of the critics dogpile on it in reviews and Rotten Tomatoes scores, but then I'd see that B grade on Chris's channel and it would settle me down before I did anything, you know, a bit rash. People have been giving him a hard time recently for deciding not to do critical reviews anymore because, oh no, if he doesn't do a review of universally hated film Borderlands, I might go see it without realizing how bad it is. Give the guy a break, everybody. He's probably getting enough flack from that Jehovah guy already. That said, just because he rarely outwardly disliked a film, as far as I know, when Chris didn't like a movie, he'd let you know by saying, there was some stuff I liked, but a lot of stuff I could have done without, I guess. He lays into Despicable Me 3 like it's white on rice. Number 3 is where I dropped off the hype train to, dumb kids movie station. I saw the Emoji Movie in theaters that same year. I can't even say that last part. So I'll have to take his word for it when he says it's harmless, there are some laughs to be had, but it's more than likely not for me. I'm intrigued by these alleged adult jokes that Chris hints at.
It has a surprising amount of adult humor. There's a lot of mature humor in this movie that I think a lot of kids aren't going to get, and even some that I think might be a little too much for kids.
I wonder if Gru says a couple of slurs in the movie, just like out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, what's up, my cracker?"
Do a Italian seasoning or what? What sort of thing? How do you prepare these meatballs?
Maybe the pink middle child girl hits a vape, turns to the camera and says, "Kids my age do this all the time. It's infinitely healthier and the 15 to 18 crowd loves it. Don't have a cow, man."
Like when the minions are passing a statue of a woman who resembles Gru, but she has breasts, the minion's like, "Ooh, boobs!" And I'm seeing a lot of young kids when they see women on the street going, "Look, boobs!" which might cause some problems.
Chris, let me level with you. Okay, don't stop a little dude from knowing what he wants. If he's got that dog in him, let him chase the ball, you know what I'm saying? He makes a point about how they missed the opportunity to elicit gut-wrenching reactions from their characters and the audience. You'd think after that monologue where Gru tells the truth about his upbringing as an abused dumpster crack baby, love child of divorce, they do more than cut to his twin brother Stu, who says, "Well, that just happened." Oh, and Minions bad. Chris doesn't like Minions. Why don't you have an original thought, Chris? Have you ever thought of that? Which is very based.
Those characters work really well as supporting comedy. When they were the entire movie, it just grated on my nerves a lot.
Very based. I will be buying 37 tickets to Shelby Oaks in theaters this 2025.
Fartiness. Get my farts, man!
Oh yeah!
Hot fudge sundae, no hot fudge.
They have college courses for videography and video editing for social media nowadays. A lot of people are getting degrees to make this shit. I mean farts. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Poop, pee, and farts are the funniest thing ever. Until you graduate elementary school and then you stop laughing. You're like, no, not anymore. I like Reddit memes now. The thing about adults though, is that they're not very good at lying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This is an older gentleman. I don't know his name, but he looks like that guitar man from Weezer and he opens toys for a living. He has a kid. The kid looks like a dentist. I'm gonna call him Dennis. I could go for some low blows like, oh, you open baby toys for a living? Well, I fought Nom. You freaking sneaky little cringemeister. But he probably makes a nice living. You know, some people are like drug dealers and Keemstar. Game is game, right? But I would like to request that you redo the intro screen. I don't know why you used audio of the child narrator mid-sob and blowing their nose.
Welcome to Adventure Fun.
Maybe they're going for like a David Lynch unsettling vibe, like you're on your Mulholland Drive
Fucking morons everywhere.
In which case, you guys hit the head on the nail. Look, if Felix was allowed to badmouth Children's Toy Unboxing Channel intro 7 years ago, I should be able to do it 10 seconds ago. I thought this was a free country! This video is like watching a kid in a candy store, except it's an older fella in a farty store.
Fart. Let's take a fart and look. Fart. Man, who stinkled in the tinkled?
He really loves that word.
Fart.
Silly farts.
Farts are for kids.
Yeah, try telling that to adult total drama writers.
He knows what that is.
Sir, that's a fart gun. This man is a little wacky, goofy, silly. We got a real anarchist on our hands.
This has got to be a party favorite, you know. Happy birthday! Clear the room, take all the presents, you're good.
I wouldn't be surprised if we met at one of those 1960s hippie marches and just forgot about each other. But also, whoever said that a hippie can't be a wise man too?
It'd probably create a bunch of bubbly sounds, you know, the intestines, gasoline gurgling up, and all of a sudden...
It's always commendable to see someone use their platform for good, like to teach the youths a valuable lesson. You love to see it.
Okay, springy side goes on the bum, and the non-springy goes on the top. So springy, and it's every other one, it's rotation.
This guy's a regular old Ron Swanson type with all those tricks of the trade up in his cap, in his hat, in his pocket. Maybe next time he can teach me how to start my car. The Arizona heat is getting to be a bit much for me, and I see a pretty gnarly heat stroke in my near future. As awesome as this man and his weird-ass chipmunk voice edits are, and as much as I want to switch places with his ginger son Dennis, he's not a perfect bulb in the tool shed.
He's gonna give me banana scent, and I'm gonna give him the real fart smell.
I'd just like to take this moment to direct everyone to the number for Child Protective Services. If you're a child and that last exchange sounds all too familiar in your household.
If you use the banana, at least you can say, smells like Minions.
I don't know if that's 110% accurate, Mr. Man. Like, Minions want bananas, but that doesn't mean they smell like them. That'd be like if Michael Scott smelled like 100 children.
You didn't like my birthday. I watched the Adventure Fun video. That means you didn't like it. Real fartiness.
Ah, rats. I can't stay mad at this guy. That's a quote for the gravestone.
We gotta get more power in our gas every hour.
This man's just a well of knowledge. He makes Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda look like a bastard.
So, since us adults really don't know much about guns, it's time to give it to the kids. I was saving one.
50% of children don't realize that they're in a situation where they're being mistreated.
Mine smells better than yours. Mine's a banana tube.
I thought you were gonna fart in your kid's face, not the other way around.
He's gonna give me banana scent, and I'm gonna give him the real fart smell.
The only thing I hate more than a child abuser is an inconsistent person, and that's a quote from my gravestone. You know, normally I don't like to see father and son fight. I'm sensing a lot of Heihachi and Kazuya from Tekken vibes right here, but it's all pretend, so I won't cry for them.
Official poison checker or toot checkers Ratatouille.
That's not even his name. And then he fricks off and plays Fortnite for the second half of the video, but this isn't grading Fortnite videos. That's gonna happen later, probably. I wish nothing but the best for this man, and I hope that Dennis gets into whatever Ivy League school he chooses, or if he wants to go work at Baskin-Robbins full-time, I'll support that too. People gotta have their ice cream. I tried showing the family this video on family movie night. Needless to say, they put me on a list. My friends got me hooked on Roblox not too long ago, so I'm just a beginner. And if this is the kind of stuff waiting for me, then strap me in for a world of fun. I don't care if you have one of those one-ride policies and I'm supposed to get out. With all due respect, sir, I will cut you. How can you expect me to pick a highlight from this raw gameplay footage of a Minion prison escape obby thing? I guess one place to start is the AI voice, so
Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching my gameplay. Guys, please to like and subscribe to my channel if you like my video games. Love your support, guys. Friends, please leave a comment to my video and tell me what games do you want to play for you. Love you guys.
I like using AI in my videos because it makes easy stuff slightly easier, because I'm slightly lazier. And I mean that in an endearing way towards myself and other people who use AI in their videos when they can just record a 30-second voice clip. You got all the members of the Brain Rot family here. There's Minions, and then the big Minion thing from the 4th movie, and Vector Wacky Gadget Man from YouTube Shorts, and Ploppy Playtime, and Preppa Pig EXE, and Fat Joy. What a union this is! I love it when the player stands on the blue button, but they refuse to pay Robux for, whatever the shit is. I also love the random farts. like for the kids. As we've established earlier, kids like farts. I don't get the hype, but that's just because I'm a jaded 63-year-old man. But I'm not gonna stop a kid from having a little fun. Guys, before you call the cops on some so-called hooligan trash burners, take a good hard look at their smiling faces and then turn the tables on yourself next time. How about that? I will have to dock major points because there are a couple of jump scares. I don't like jump scares in my video games or in my media. I don't get why these kids like jump scares and horror so much, and I don't get them, so they should be outlawed, and so should this video.
Alright, here's the audio. Be sure to edit this and record it. The Minions, aren't they cool? Here's my review of every Despicable Me movie. The first one is pretty cool. It came out, it kind of came out around time when Megamind came out, and like, it was kind of like, wow, the supervillains are the main characters. That's crazy, and we all loved it. We all loved the movie. But then they did it again, but now he's no longer a supervillain because he has a redemption arc at the end. Then it's kind of like, wait, what's going on here? But I like El Macho. A lot of people say they don't like El Macho. I like El Macho, but you know, the second one just wasn't as good. There was like, you really tell that like, oh yeah, this is gonna stick around forever, and they did. And the Minions were in it too much, and El Macho was in it. But El Macho was cool, and he should have appeared in more instead of just the cameo at the last one. Despicable Me 3 though is so like, it came after, well actually I skipped the Minions. The Minions movie came out in 2015, and I feel like this is when everyone, like after this came out, everyone was like done. Everyone was like, I fucking hate this. Like even like I feel like the age of that all like passed anyways. But yeah, that movie came out. Sandra Bullock was the villain, and I don't even remember her name. Was her name Cassandra Nova or something? I don't know. But yeah, not a great movie, although King Bob cool. Anyways, Despicable Me 3 was like when everyone was like really sick, like it had been way too long, even though it was only 7 years, which was crazy, because like 7 years to me now doesn't seem that long, but like back then it was like 7 years. Whoa, that was a long time. Anyways, but like yeah, the third one, no one cared. Everyone was like, It was like, it came out, it had the South Park guy in it. That's the only thing that like anyone ever remembers about the third one, because it's like, And like, I remember the Minion jail. I like the Minion jail sequence. Like, that is my favorite use of the Minions, I think, because they all went to prison and they made prison jokes. Despicable Me, no, wait, Minions 2 came out, and that revitalized the franchise just a little bit, because it's in the post-irony age, where it's like, haha, isn't it cool? Then the Gentle Minions thing happened, and that like really helped with it, and also the movie was pretty decent, I thought. It was like, it wasn't like great, it's still like, it's a good like kids movie. Like, it's not something like a really good kids movie, but it's like a good, it's a fine kids, like I'd put it on for my kid. Yeah, it was decent, it was fun, and I think the reason why it was so fun is because Gru is back, but Gru is like, he's a bad guy again, and it's like fun to watch him be a little schemer guy, and like the Minions are now like evil too, because they're like doing bad, I mean they're not doing bad stuff in the movie per se, but like they're doing stuff that's like really cool. That's like, it's like, haha, they're kind of on the morally gray side, and that's just so interesting. And then they now making Despicable Me 4, and it's just more of the same Gru's the good guy crap, and then the Minions are there. But yeah, in my opinion, they very clearly have something that worked, but then they had a resolution to Gru's character in the first movie, so now it's just been all over the place. But that's what I think of the Minions movies, unironically. That was cool. Thank you, BROJANGSTER. Link my channel right here. I'm the GIMP.